There are a lot of Kubernetes engines out there. I'm having a real hard time making a choice of which one I should use. Maybe I should just take a break. See what's on TV.
Do you have trouble making decisions? Is having alternatives giving you anxiety? Does deciding on donuts drive you to drink? Are you so overwhelmed with choices that you can barely function?
There are so many Kubernetes engine choices. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Did you say Kubernetes engine? We've got the solution for you.
Wait, who is that? And who's we?
I've been really having trouble making a decision about which Kubernetes engine I should be using, and not to mention picking which cloud to use. So what I've done is I've brought in an expert from SUSE Rancher to help me decide, Andy King. So Andy, what do you do at SUSE Rancher?
Hi, Justin. Nice to meet you. My name's Andy King. I'm a partner solution architect at SUSE. My specialty is managed services. So I help our managed services partners with our full portfolio, mainly SUSE Rancher.
All right, cool. So we've never met, right?
We have not. Wink, wink.
Good answer. All right. So if I'm a new Kubernetes admin, which I am, what should I be looking for when I'm choosing which Kubernetes engine I should deploy?
So first, good place to start is to look at GitHub. Believe it or not, you can do comparisons. You can look at different software vendors, their star ratings, the amount of downloads, and the amount of forks that have been done on that runtime. And look, make your choices from there, really. Use the community to help give you some of those answers. Which ones had the most downloads, which one is preferred within the community. The second crucial part to any new admin's journey in selecting Kubernetes runtime is enterprise support. How are they going to support you with training? How are they going to support you when you have an issue late at night, when you're the only member of staff who knows what to do, right? Any kube admin's journey, they've all been there, right? It's troubleshooting for hours on end, reading forums, right? When you can pick up the phone because you've got enterprise support and someone can fix it in minutes because they've got the know-how. And the third place is, looking at the use case and the environment. As a queued admin, solutions that are out there, that many vendors that you're looking at, they need to be interoperable. It needs to have an approach for a queued admin to have the flexibility, to have the choice, the freedom, and the access. So, when you're making those choices, is it hosted Kubernetes on a hyperscaler? Do you need to run it at a data center? Does it need to be a secure environment? Does it need to be at the edge? Or do you need all of them? What happens when you need all of them, right?
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about SUSE Rancher. Like, what sort of benefits does it offer, and how does it make a new admin's life easier?
Yeah, sure. So SUSE Rancher is essentially a one platform for Kubernetes. Rancher is essentially a complete software stack for teams adopting containers. It addresses operational security challenges for managing multi-clusters, multi-cloud. It's empowering the DevOps teams to be able to run containerized workloads. So we provide platform services such as monitoring by the use of Grafana and Prometheus, container security, app catalogs. We also do policy enforcement and governance, so bringing in that enterprise grade of RBAC control using Microsoft Active Directory as authentication providers, centralizing login, and then simplifying operations. So being able to do Kubernetes version upgrades, continuous delivery of GitOps, cluster templates, and you're just able to do that on hosted Kubernetes, cloud VMs, traditional VMs. You can do it on the laptop with Rancher desktop, do it at the branch, do it at the edge, right? So it's all about innovating everywhere and empowering our DevOps teams and our Kube admins to be able to do their job more effectively and be a hero.
Okay. So, this is all about choices and how hard it can be to make those choices. And cloud is another place where there's a lot of choices. So what should I be thinking about when I'm choosing my cloud offering? Like, what sort of things are going to be important there?
Yeah, sure. So each cloud has its own advantages. Some are more developer focused, some are more enterprise, others are more data and analytics, right? You need to uncover those clouds, and why can't you use them all? There's going to be a different strategy. Here at SUSE Rancher, we understand it's a multi-cluster world. We want to keep Kubernetes as a first-class citizen. We want to make sure there's no vendor lock-in, and we want to give that enterprise grade to first-time queued admins as well as seasoned veterans, right, in Kubernetes. So, it's removing the headaches, that are out there today, vendor lock-in. Even though multi-cloud strategies and hosted Kubernetes is there, there's still an ecosystem of services that you need to use, and each hyperscaler, each cloud has their own tool sets. So you need to find a consistent way of delivering Kubernetes. And SUSE Rancher does that with its management platform.
Okay. So let's say I've picked a Kubernetes engine, I've picked a cloud, and I've decided that maybe I'm not as keen on it as I was to begin with. How do I go about changing that engine or changing that cloud provider with a migration strategy? Is that pretty straightforward, or am I going to be dealing with a larger undertaking than I originally thought there was going to be?
Yeah, so from a 40,000 foot view, right, it's simple to provision new clouds, or provision in a new cloud, right, and provision other clusters, right? That's just the first step, right? I'm not going to protest that it's easy to migrate, but there are tools that are out there, right, in the ecosystem, various other partners that are doing backup and recovery solutions, DR solutions, replication, synchronous replication with storage, asynchronous replication, etc. Right? So there is the ecosystem that's out there, and you need to work with your partners. Here at SUSE Rancher, we have a division called Solution Stack, where we work with external partners to make sure we can support, backup as a service, allowing you to have that flexibility to move between clouds once again. And that's the core focus of our product, is a multi-cloud management tool, is that you can use any cloud, you can exit a cloud, there's no vendor lock-in. Once again, you can enter into new clouds, right? If you want to move to more of a focus industry, or focus cloud or regional, those capabilities are all there. Just provision a new cluster, right? And it's just a case of moving your data, working with your ecosystem and your partners to help you manage that transition.
Man, I really wish there was a company out there that would make data migration between clouds easy. Are you familiar with any companies that do that?
I think there is one. Give a guy called Justin at NetApp a call.
I don't know that guy. All right. So, it sounds like I've got a lot to think about still. You definitely helped me narrow down my choices here. So I'm pretty sure we nailed it.
Andy King gave me a lot to think about and gave me some good ideas for how to choose the best Kubernetes engine possible. SUSE Rancher sounds like a great fit, and I know there's a lot more out there for me to look at. Tune in for the next episode where I figure out how to get myself a DevOps.